Some people only spend like $5 at a time. Some people spend thousands.
So is it sexual?
Not directly, no. You're like, why would you give a woman money and find that hot? I don't understand. Why would you spend more money than is, in your budget? That makes no sense. Um, but I think what FinSubs find hot about that is that it wasn't necessarily something they planned on doing. It wasn't necessarily something they quote unquote wanted to do at the beginning. Um, they felt like they had no control over the situation. They felt, quote unquote, manipulated into it. And that is the part that they find sexy. And sometimes they feel like lesser than the woman, but they look up to her, if that makes sense.
What I kind of don't quite understand is like, okay, so if they're doing their
Mm.
thing, like what are they doing their thing to? The act of like giving you $10 or something like that, like they do it to that, or they're doing it to the idea that they're doing it to you, like
It's the idea they're doing their thing to. I like how I'm just like
visual
that in
aid,
the
a
corner.
visual aid, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Someone's gonna do their thing to that later. Because there are
Yeah.
tons of videos of that, of women just doing this and saying you are gonna give me X amount of money for because I exist and you want to make me happy. But some of the people that I play with like to be humiliated like that. So to answer your question, what they're doing their thing to, lots of different things.
Lots of different things, but the whole
The
thing at the same time. Like it's all an
Yeah, yeah,
experience that kind of
exactly.
comes along with it.
I think it's being humiliated.
Um, Most amount of money somebody's ever given you at one time.
Ooh. Not sure I want to say that on.
Can you say three figures, four figures, five figures, six, seven? Can you put a figure on it?
Definitely not seven. I don't think six either.
What would you say? Like, kind of, what's the most frequent denomination? Are we talking like under 100, over 100? What did people?
Definitely over 100. Like for financial domination, it's usually, like at least for me, over five.
Has anybody ever asked you to just take complete control of their finances?
Frequently, yes. It's interesting to see what people spend money on.
What will you, well, like in that kind of situation? Like, what will you be doing? You manage their finances entirely?
I like to set people up with a plan personally. And usually I like to leave people in those situations where, like, if they do happen to overspend on financial domination, they're not left like destitute. So I've put people in situations where, like, they actually have like large amounts of savings afterwards that they're not allowed to touch.
Oh, it sounds. That's what's fascinating to me. It sounds like you're doing like a really good job when you manage their finances.
Well, why would I do a bad job for someone that is serving me? That's stupid.
I guess I just kind of thought along the lines of like, okay, I'm going to tell you what you can spend. I didn't think that you would be like telling them, hey, invest in a 401k or something like that.
Well, I do that too. Like, hey, you should open a savings account at like these places because they have great rates and great returns.
I don't know why I find that so interesting for some reason that like being a good accountant. I thought it would be more just like along the sexual lines of like, I'm going to manage your money.
I mean, personally, like someone is of no use to me if they are like destitute, they've, ruined their job, like they have a huge amount of debt and like they can't keep up with payments on anything. That's not useful to me. Like they're way more useful to me if like they've sorted all that shit out and they're free of everything, right? And they have like a large amount of savings if they ever happen to make a freaking mistake. Like, right? Stability is totally priceless.
What is your most frequent request?
My most frequent request is Mistress, do whatever you want to do. Whatever pleases you is honestly my most frequent request at this point in time.
Is there one that you would stand that stands out to you, or like an experience in the financial domination aspect that you would say that was either my most interesting or one that kind of jumps out at me? Like I still remember this interaction with this person.
I'm trying to think back to like 2020 because 2020 was funny. Um, 2020 got real weird, let me tell you. People were really bored in 2020 and 2021 because the market again was like up and people were just like lighting money on fire. Um, so I ended up with a lot of things. Like, I recently discovered that like part of my Amazon wish list I didn't set the settings right, so I kept getting multiples of everything. So I have like more Halloween costumes than Spirit Halloween.